now can we have Ujwal here to talk about his startup journey? Interview buddy. Ujwal has been like pace. I've been seeing for quite some time now, but I haven't. I myself don't really know his startup journey. I'm happy to hear from him.
So good evening, everyone. I'm Ujwal, founder of Interview Buddy. So I'll try to keep my presentation real and unfiltered. So I started Interview Buddy right after my graduation. So what we do with Interview Buddy is we offer online mock interviews with industry experts. So if you have got an upcoming job interview or an internship interview, you come to us. I mean, just by hearing the word interview, there's a lot of stress and anxiety surrounding it, right? So, let's say you're a student. As a student, you might never have faced any interview or given any interview. So, it's an uncharted territory. You don't know what to expect, how to prepare, how to respond to out of the blue questions and all. So, you would want some practice, right? So that's what we do. So we offer online mock interviews. So we give you the practice to help you prepare for your upcoming job interview or any sort of interview. So the idea of interview buddy popped up into my mind when I was in my final year of college. So I studied in the same university. I studied at the North Campus College of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. So I'm not a IT guy. So hardcore engineering guy. So at the final year, I mean, at the end of our study or final year, we have our campus placements, right? So we had a huge company that came to the campus. So I was one of the candidates giving the interview. So interestingly, what happened is the interviewer who was interviewing me, he was so impressed with my profile that he made me sit beside him and he interviewed three of my batchmates. So that was my first instance seeing an interview, not my interview, but seeing my batchmates interview. So I got to know how people give their interviews or the mistakes that they make. So it was kind of a shocker to me. I was of the opinion that because we are studying at AU, all my batchmates are toppers. So these guys would be the first ones to get all the jobs. Unfortunately, they some of them did not get the job. But like I said, it was an eye opener where I realized facing the interview is a nightmare for majority of the population. So that was my first instance to noticing this problem. I had this idea at the back of my mind. I wanted to do something about it, but I did not do anything about it right away. Uh, I wanted to pursue my master's in mechanical engineering again. So I went to Germany to pursue my master's. But after my first semester, what I noticed was we had our internship drive in the university. I mean, not a regular drive as happens in India, but the process is slightly different. But I was one of the first few students to get selected in the internship. So what I realized was facing interviews is a nightmare, not just for the Indian population, but it's for any student across the globe. So I took a break from my studies, came back here, and started working on interview. So no Indian parent would want their kid to you know stop their masters abroad, come back and do something on their own here, right? So the first challenge was convincing my parents. So convincing my father was a huge challenge. So just to give paint a picture. So my father, you can say, he's the strictest of the strict. So even if he walks into his room, I'm sure half of you would be uh, what do you say, as you can see, I'm out of words describing my father. So that's how strict he is. So yeah, so that was the first challenge. So I started working on interview buddy. Like I said, I'm not from IT background, right? But from my school, when I was in school, college, I used to do a lot of blogging. So I was more interested in blogging and design and all. So I used to have my own blogs. I used to write and all, and I used to earn from my blogs. So as a student earning 2,000, 3,000 rupees per month, so it was a big deal for me. Just sitting on your computer doing stuff and you're getting paid for it, right? So while I mean, in this process of blogging, I learned coding and SEO and graphic design and stuff. So you can say, I mean, it was more like a hobby, but this experience actually helped me when I was starting my startup. So, how you would say, as part of building my blogs and all, I got exposed to coding, right? So, I could, I mean, I'm not a full-fledged coder and all, but I could understand the flow or structure of coding, how things are working or not. Then most importantly, SEO. So SEO, search engine optimization. I used to optimize my blogs because more visitors come to my blog. If they read it, click on the ads and all, I get paid. So let's keep it aside. I mean, this experience of mine. So I started working, right? So what we wanted to build was a video interviewing platform, not just a service, but we have a platform where we conduct the mock interviews. So to build this platform, I wanted a technical team, right? Because I cannot do it myself. So what I thought was, let me hire some third-party guys who can do this for me. So I started looking around, and I got quotations from different vendors that were to the tune of 50 lakhs, 1 crore, and more. As a student, I cannot afford such costly services. So what I did was, I reached out to few IIT students uh, posing as some already working professional or some big shot, because otherwise those students won't give some importance, right, just to grab their attention. So luckily I got a couple of IITians to work for me as interns, so they built the platform and all. So compared to the quotations that I was getting, it was almost, the project was completed at 1/100th of the cost or even lesser. So now we have the product, the platform is ready. But like I said, we offer mock interviews with industry experts, right? So we need to get industry experts onto the platform. Why would anyone be interested? And like I said, I started right after college. So I do not have a great personality, or just by looking at my credentials, people would be interested to come and offer their services on our platform or work with me, right? So it was a challenge. So I'm not a great speaker and all, but I think as part of my startup journey, I started interacting with people and trying to capture their attention and all. And we got few industry experts on the platform. So we have the platform, we have the experts and all, but now we need to get the clients or users, without which you do not have a business, right? So before all this, we wanted to come up with a pricing strategy, right? How will we price our service or platform or product? So I visited several colleges across Vizag and nearby places. So it was a physical survey that I've conducted, where I prepared a questionnaire, handed it out to all the students. They shared their responses and all. And I mean, it was not a what do you say, a direct or a I mean, the survey is not designed in such a way that the responses that we expect are received. So we designed it in such a way that it's. I hope you got my point. So as per the survey, the students or the participants in the survey, they were willing to pay 2,000 rupees for our service. For our service, but we came up with a pricing strategy that is much. I mean, we were charging much lesser than what the survey shows us. So our assumption was college students are our target audience. They would be the ones who would be interested in opting for our service and paying for our service. And like I said, coming back to our platform, it was a video interviewing platform that we have built. So we thought we'll be able to finish it in 3 months, but it took us 1 year to get the platform working. There were a lot of bugs and all. So now we had all the issues fixed, or the mentors on the platform, everything. Now we have went live. So it was the alpha version that we have launched sometime in mid of 2017. So the first ever user or customer that we have got on our platform was a candidate with 25 plus years of experience. He was applying for the role of a vice president at Barclays in UK. So we identified an interviewer and we have conducted an interview for him. After this, we started noticing all the users that we get on the platform are experienced folks or job changers who are going into who are switching jobs or getting into much bigger job roles. So it was kind of a small shocker to us because we assumed only college students would be interested, and as it turns out, Indian students they do not want to pay anything from their pockets. They assume everything is free. So we quickly pivoted and we introduced or added a new feature on our platform where it caters to experienced folks. So this was going on. Uh, Largely, all the users or all the clients that we have on board are organic. So we haven't spent any money on marketing. At least 90-95% of all our users are organic. So what we have focused on right from the beginning was offering quality service to each of our users on the platform, because interviewing as a service is not repeatable, right? So let us say you are a candidate and you're taking up an interview, and if you get a job, you won't be a repeat customer for us. It's not that you would be coming back next month and taking another interview with us. So we made sure that we offer world-class interviewing experience to every candidate every time. So that has been our motto, and that is our motto. But the interesting aspect of our businesses, or what happened was, so the student or the candidate who took mock interview got a job. He referred several of his friends or colleagues. And all. So largely word of mouth has worked and is working for our business. So yeah, word of mouth, one aspect. The other aspect is, so we, like I said, we started mid of 20 at the growth of the company. So it has been exponential growth over the years, months, whatever. But as a founder or someone from, as an insider, the journey is never smooth or always going up. On a daily basis, everything is breaking, falling apart. Nothing is working fine. There's a lot of stress and anxiety. Uh, you don't get proper sleep. Probably you can make out from my face. And yeah, so everything is not smooth like it's projected in the news and all. Yeah, but like I said, we have turned profitable, and like I said, we get our users through word of mouth. Another aspect, if you go back to my uh, school experience, I said I was doing blogging and SEO, right? So ours is an SEO first website. So if you search for mock interviews or interview practice, any of those keywords online, ours would be in one of the it would be in the top 3 or 4 or 5 results on the Google search page. So that's helping us get the users, clients, and all. So we have started with mock interviews now. We've been doing good. Um, Another aspect of our business is we cater to corporates. So once we have launched our platform, we've been getting a lot of inbound requests from potential clients where they ask if they can use our platform for their internal recruitment or hiring. So we've been getting these requests for quite some time, and a couple of years ago, we started working or building our white label video interviewing platform. So white label. So let us say Andhra University is our client. the entire platform, everything is white labeled to match Andhra University's. I mean, it'll have the Andhra University's logo, the styling and all. Not much styling, but general white labeling, where the objective is for the end user to get a unique or a seamless experience using the platform. So it doesn't seem like someone else has sent out the interview invite, or we are using some other platform to take the interview. It's kind of a unified flow for the end user. So again, this aspect of our business has been inbound. It has been completely organic. And another aspect of our business, after we have launched our platform, there are companies that started reaching out to us asking for screening interviews. So we already have a network of interviewers on our platform. We do these mock interviews. So companies get candidates onto their platform. I mean, applying for them, right? So they want us to do the screening interviews for them, because for companies having to spend their employees' time and what do you say, their productive time on interviewing is not efficient. So again, there's a lot of interview bias when it comes to interviewing in the companies and all, and a lot of other aspects like uh, you know, if you are having to ask your employees, let's say let's say we are talking about campus interviews. So the employees of the company have to visit every campus across the country, spend time and money traveling, food, local stay expenses. So this is all taken care of by us, where it's completely online. So majority of all our businesses, or the business that we cater to, or the business that we have been getting, has been organic and inbound. And we also cater to universities, colleges, edtech platforms, and all. Largely, like I said, um, SEO has been working for us, and word of mouth has been working for us. But if you look at the journey that we have had, it has been 4 or 5 years now, and like I said, the growth is never smooth and easy. So when we started off the platform, there were a lot of naysayers. So I realized only one or two people would really believe in your idea or believe in you, and there will be thousands of people who will say it doesn't work or it will fail. Why I say this is, so in the beginning, I used to meet and visit a lot of people trying to acquire new business and all. People would simply ask me, how is your platform different from Skype? We are not building, I mean, we are not selling a video interviewing platform, right? And it's more than what Skype offers. It's essentially the service that we are offering, but people they just get fixated on when we say video interviewing. Okay, let's use Skype. So it was pre-pandemic, so Skype, now it's Zoom. So that's what people used to say. And some interesting pointers or issues people raised were, what if there is a power cut? How will you do the interview? As if we'll have power cut throughout the day, and it's going to stop our entire business. Of course, they might have a point there, but we can always reschedule the interview, right? But just assuming that there's going to be a power cut and there's going to be internet outage, if you don't take the action and stop your business, what's the point? Then the other issues that I faced are like, I used to visit these colleges, because colleges, there are huge number of students. It's a good business opportunity, right? So like I said, I started right after college. I used to look more like a student myself. So when I used to visit them, they used to say, you need to get a gate pass, or the professor is not available, you need to wait and all. If I got the appointment and all, when I visit the placement officer or the decision making committee, they used to say, you look like a student yourself. Uh, how will you manage this? So that's one point. Then they used to ask us, where are you based out of? Vishakhapatnam. So Vishakhapatnam is not a big place or happening place. So it's a tied to city. So there's a lot of stigma around it again. So why would someone take you seriously if you're looking like a student yourself? We are not from Bangalore or Mumbai or Delhi. So these are some of the issues that we face. Some of these deals came through, some didn't. But thanks to COVID, now everything is online. Uh, I think this stigma around where you are based out of, or if it's online, what happens, it has come down to a large extent. So we have started pre-COVID, so everything was online. Another issue was, why do you want to do it online? Have your interviewers come to our campus and do the interviews. So that was the user feedback we used to get. So assume, I mean, let's say that we have took that user feedback uh, true to its face value. Let's say we have stopped working on our startup idea, things would not have been the same, right? So we have already spent so much time and money and effort into building it. Just because taking the user feedback at its face value, we would have lost all that effort and all. Um, at the end of the day, I mean, sometimes when I look back and see how we have performed or how long we have come, essentially there are two things that matter for any startup because these days starting up is very easy. You have tons of ideas, you can start up overnight. But for you to succeed or stay in the business, perseverance and grit really matter. I think these are the two aspects that really matter. Others, I mean, if you stay long, other aspects will fall in line. I mean, it's not that you don't take any action and expect wonders to happen and things fall in line. You do these things, but like I said, it's getting your foundation and basics right and your execution and perseverance that really matter. So I'll close up. So just to give you where we are currently and what we have achieved. So we have conducted close to 65,000 plus interviews across multiple experience levels and to candidates across multiple geographies. So majority of our business comes from retail business comes from outside of India because like I said, Indian students don't pay, but SEO works wonders for us where we get international users ready to pay and coming onto the platform. And another question or another what is I yeah largely again user feedback. So people assume if something is online, it's catering to the IT world or the coding or programming stuff, right? So we cater to or we offer interviews across multiple domains. So not just IT or programming coding interviews, but engineering, finance, banking, you name the domain, and we would most likely be offering it. So recently I've come up with this example just to turn down the naysayers. So recently we have conducted an interview for a candidate with 20 plus years of experience in the regenerative medicine domain. So candidate has 20 plus years of experience. Candidate is a professor at a university in Lebanon, and the domain is regenerative medicine. So most of us we don't know what regenerative medicine is, right? And for catering to a candidate with 20 plus years of experience, the candidate has got enough experience. So why would the candidate again want an interview? So we cater to such niche or specialized interviews to candidates across the world, and we some of the unicorn startups like Simply Learn, Upgrade, Edureka, you name the edtech startup, they're most likely our client. So we cater to multiple edtech companies, again universities and colleges and corporates. And before I wrap up, those of you in the last, so just listen to this. Uh, if you or anyone that you know have got an upcoming interview, visit our website interviewbuddy.in. Thank you.